Anambra, troubling signs are emerging. A recent report warns that a resurgence of violence, the rise of politically sponsored cult groups, and weak security infrastructure may threaten the credibility and safety of the polls. Let's bring in NNPP candidate Professor Jeffrey Onyejegbu for more on this update. Prof, we have a very little time, so we're going to just make good use of it. I'd like to begin with the election debate on 24th September. Contenders like the incumbent APC candidates and a few others were absent. There were just 5 of you out of about 18. What do you make of the absence of those considered major contenders in that race?
Well, you see, the big one, they are waiting for the big one. The big one will just be the ones that will be around TVC channels and then the Arise television stations. Good evening, Nigerians. Good evening, the Anambra.
Are you okay? So you're saying that there's still opportunity for you to face Governor Soludo and the APC candidate in the debate, right? If I heard you clearly.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. They were expecting that you, the very big channels, should, put together as you had always done in every election season. That is being expected. And then the big parties, at least the 3 biggest parties or 5, the biggest parties by way of national share of elected positions. The APC, the PDP, and the NNPP, and of course the 4th one, Labour. Labour is there too.
Are you sure that they will pick NNPP if they are talking about Big 5, especially considering the spread in Anambra, and the region? Because you didn't mention the ADC, which is now a coalition party. And coalition in the air. Is it on the ground? NNPP is on the ground. Do you go to National Assembly, you don't get any NNPP? Do you go to the Council of State and NNPP is not there? Let us face reality. Let's be real. But are you bothered, though, that the NNPP hasn't won any elected position in Anambra as of now? Why are you sure that that will change in November?
This is a new Nigerian People's Party. That of the old has not won any election anywhere. But the new Nigerian People's Party of the new has been winning elections everywhere.
You have seen the...
Well, you see, the report is real. The various indices of governance, of social well-being, has been down in the state. And it is really shameful that a state that used to be among the first, second, third has gone down to the last tier of about 33rd, 34th position. And we didn't envisage it so, when we were expecting Professor Soludo, to come with the technocratic scale we thought he had. But at least we've learned better, we've known better now.
I have heard you say this quite often, that you do not blame the prof because he probably did not have experience in security. But you are a professor yourself. Do you have to be a retired colonel to be able to fix security? I mean, there are world leaders who do not have military experience and who are fighting major wars as we speak.
Nifemi, are you really saying this, knowing that to be a future king in England, you must be made to go through military training? Once you are in the line of the kingship of England, you must be made to go through military training and be even exposed to actual war where you do battle inoculation. And also, the biggest democracy, America, United States of America, Out of 47 or 48 presidents they've had, more than about 45 or thereabouts had military training, military background. Military leadership training matters in governance. There is no way you can, well, let's get to the times where we even had it better. Okay, compare the worst time to the worst time, compare the good times to the good time. The best time we had in governance of this country was the time the military were in power. All the refineries, 3 or so of them that were all done by the military. And the civilian leadership we had could not even maintain one, could not even have one functioning. Now, if you want to also know, because I always like to compare apple to apple, oranges to oranges, President Olusegun Obasanjo remains one of the best presidents this country have ever had. I am not in his party, but you can tell that was when all our debts were paid. You can tell how the growth of our economy, how it was then. Now, if you are looking at the parties, the party that took power, not even the parties now, the party that took power from 2015, that's APC, you will see that people blamed Buhari so much. And we are saying, is Buhari, was he not a military man? Why is there so much insecurity? But again, I don't know. We have to make excuses for him now, really. Really.
All right. You know that times are changing, but by the way, 31 former presidents out of about 45 had military training. There are about 13 or 14 of them who absolutely are civilians and who are also considered to have done very well. But the dynamics of security is fast changing, and that's why we now talk about non-kinetic approach. You yourself have floated the idea of granting amnesty and even relocating government house if problems persist. And some have said, how will you design that amnesty in such a way that it doesn't reward violence and ensure checks and balances and also prevent abuse?
Well, you see, the truth of the matter is that I keep saying that if you had watched my interview or listened to the manifesto night, I think I was the proponent of this kinetic and non-kinetic approaches as at the year 2021, when I was in this race. But I said, because of how the insecurity in the state has gradually gone up so much, that I had to change the approach. And what I'm advocating now, and who's seriously working as a model, is boots on the ground. You don't negotiate with terrorists. Don't. Because they will never stop. And any fallout from the negotiation, they are going to use it to reinforce their activities. That is why pay no ransom to any bandit, pay no ransom to any kidnapper.
And precisely what are you suggesting that you would do differently if you are elected governor? I'm talking about in
what
the area
I
of
would do differently, like I said many times in many fora, is that I understand the language and I will speak it to the security agencies, and I will lead from front by having my haversack on and then move into those forests of Iseke or Sumohu. Lead. I said it before. Owere Zukala. These are where you meet with these bandits and then rout them out. But as we are doing this, we will have the agric camps where all the non-employed in the Anambra, male, female, will all be engaged to be getting a livable salary every month.
All right.
And the the back product of their engagement will be one, the state is secure, two, their welfare has been taken care of.
We have to go now. We have completely run out of time. In 30 seconds, if you can, because you have to win the election first to be able to fulfill this mandate. What's your message to citizens who fear violence, vote suppression, or intimidation will undermine this election? In 30 seconds, Prof.
In 30 seconds, I will tell you, such does not happen in Anambra. Except with what we are seeing now of the Professor Chuma Soludo's engagement of Ndiakodo and Ndiagune Chemba. That the federal government and the INEC should ask all those non-federal actors.
All right.
Because it's a federal election. They should be out of the engagement. They shouldn't, it's only the federal police and the DSS.
Indeed.
With maybe security and civil defense.
Well, as it
this election.
As it usually is, that those state security operatives are not allowed during such election. NNPP candidate in the Anambra election this November, Professor Jeffrey Onyejegbu, thank you so much for talking to us on Beyond the Headlines.
Thank you, Nifemi. I am glad as always. Thank you.
That's our show today, everyone. Thank you for being a part of it. Remember, you can watch it again at midnight and 6 a.m. tomorrow. A quick reminder, though, if you missed our special Independence Day edition of the TVC Town Square, you can catch the repeat broadcast tomorrow, Saturday, between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. right here on TVC News. Don't miss that conversation. See you again soon.